Number three, the third way to open a talk is build expectations. Say something positive and offer benefits for listening. For example, you're really going to enjoy the time we have together. I'm going to make sure by the time I'm done speaking, you will know the 7 ways to open the talk. And when you deliver a promise, make sure you actually deliver the promise. Because if you don't deliver the promise, you ruin your credibility as a speaker. The first speaker here tonight you like my car?
It's very cute.
So new.
I should have wore red to match it.
You have red in your shirt.
On my shoe?
Shirt. Are those red stripes?
This is purple. Is it?
Looks right to me.
Looks red.
Looks red from back here.
Hold on.
Has anybody seen a Toastmaster meeting around here?
Maybe I'm colorblind. Tonight's speaker, Sandra K, presents a speech on men's drivers, an American love affair, and fulfillment of Project One, the entertaining speech, in the advanced manual, the entertaining speaker. She will discuss the history and psychology behind Americans' fascination with and love of the automobile, and address concerns about the future of one of America's most iconic symbols. Give it up tonight for Sandra K.
Is this a 5-minute speech?
5 to 7.
Thank you.
You hit the lights?
Everybody see it or is this in the way?
Good.
When I was young, a long time ago, men used to say, women drivers. Today, men still think they know more about cars than women, how they work, they're better drivers. They will tell you they know everything about torque and displacement and in the intricacies of the internal combustion engine and the difference between manual and automatic transmissions. And then they will tell you that women pick cars based on how well they go with their wardrobes. No. Women have to be more practical than that. Over their lifetimes, we earn 79% of what men earn. And knowing that owning a car, buying it, paying for the insurance, gas, and maintenance costs more than owning a house. And then we take into consideration that a lot of times many of us are transferring children. Women have to be practical. We want safe cars with good mileage and excellent repair records. Men are looking for cars that are hot. Okay? What is hot? And why? Here's a, I probably need both
Yeah,
lights.
get the
Lower a
light,
little bit.
somebody.
I'm sorry. What's that? I'm a guy. I don't know. Back in the 1930s, women, manufacturers of cars hired women to drape themselves over the hoods of cars so that men would come along and see the women and buy a car.
That's a Paul.
Women no longer sit on the cars, but they are still selling the cars in straight pencil skirts and high heels, just to tease the cash out of your guys' pockets. There we see what we have today. Not too much difference. Okay, we have here the iconic symbol of midlife crisis. Men's midlife crisis, the red car. Is it possible to turn glass and steel into adrenaline and emotion? Lest you think that this ad is supposed to appeal to women, we need to take a closer look at the car. First, notice that sexy eye. Got it? Now notice the pert nose and the full mouth with the dimple to show, yes, she is smiling. And then we have the nice rounded derriere. What man wouldn't want to drive her? Especially since she's topless. I'm going to back up here. A man's relationship with this car will be intimate. He's going to wash every inch of her. He is going to caress her with wax. He is going to cream her leather. She is his toy. She is his trophy. And if he's a man who likes women, she is his chick bait. I will tell you, women out there, if the man you are dating owns a car like this, you will always be second place. A lot of men will like a car like this, or Men can often consider what they drive to be as extensions of themselves. If a man drives a beat-up pickup truck, he's macho, he's aggressive, he'll take on anything. I will warn you, if you run into a car like this in the parking lot, women, don't park by it. This man will consider ripping your bumper off with his bumper mounts to be a territorial prerogative. And I will lay you bet you a gallon of gas, no, I will bet you a tank of gas. He'll spend the next 3 hours carving another notch in his dashboard. This man here, he hasn't taken his car to the shop in years. He's works on it in his driveway every Saturday after a night when it's not certain whether he or his automobile has burned more ethanol. After he's worked on it for a while, he will take a test drive down the street, emitting oddly loud noises at the most inappropriate times and leaving behind noxious clouds of blue smoke. And then saying, backfire, like he thinks this is a great joke. You know what? Give a man a bowl of chili and you'll get the same thing. This case here we have oh my goodness. Men will park in garages if they think they can get away with it. And I will tell you in this case, no, this messy love nest is not going to result in a baby anything. Regarding the parking lot situation with that bumper, men like the most premium parking spots. They can have the most rundown jalopy, and it doesn't matter. They think the premium parking belongs to them. They may have a flabby spare tire. They may be having a bumper that's suspended with string or with wire and duct tape. Still consider premium parking belongs to them. Be very, very careful. I've forgotten the punchline on that one. I apologize. Yes. Men love garages. And that's not only because they can go in the garage and nobody knows what they're in there or what they're doing. They love garages because it's their man cave for their car. They can hide in there from their wives and talk with a woman who truly understands them and doesn't nag or talk back. Right now, Google is working with car manufacturers to develop a car that drives itself. Or if you know that is a toddler's toy. A short little bobby body like that is not going to have any of the characteristics that men want. However, And the deer in the headlights look, that's not gonna be too attractive to men either. I will tell you though, that men from Japan will love this type of a car. Because that face is a direct take on manga. And manga is a cartoon style that's in Japan that's based on the sexualization of schoolgirls. We have a problem here as we try to get around to cars that fit what the American ideal is and this idea of the car drives itself. So American men are not going to give up their idea of a sexy car in order to get the car that drives itself. So they're probably going to demand some kind of hybrid. However, if you get something that looks like that, that's ugly. Any species with a hybrid that looks like that is going to be a mutt. But men and ugly dogs, I'll talk about that some other time. Mr. Toastmaster.